God is telling me to kill myself. Well, God's made a lot of mistakes, I say. But God? When has she ever once mentioned God? I try to breathe, feel the pulse in my eyes. 8 hours is a long time. I'm coming, I say, as we pass a billboard for yet another Shrek. Don't kill yourself. It's very simple. Just don't kill yourself. The concept of her non-existence short-circuits my neurons. The area behind my forehead goes numb. I'll be there soon, I add as the cab jerks to a halt. The need to check in with her became worse over the past few years. Sometimes she doesn't call back for hours. Usually she's just on Valium, or engaged in her fantasies, or deeply ensconced in masterpiece theater. Thanks, PBS, for your riveting programming that has aged me 10 years. I hop on the bus, clutching a southwestern tuna wrap from Au Bon Pain. The difference in my two lives has never been more apparent. Within a quarter of an hour, I go from an aerial condo to Greyhound, sashimi to sandwich, my chosen family to my birth one, and accordingly, I revert. I find an empty seat. I know this route well. Voyageur is the Canadian branch of Greyhound, meaning traveler. Its rolling French connotes wild adventures, Jules Vernish explorations, sing-along expeditions across the Yukon's blazing horizon, instead of the reality, the alcoholic luggage schlepper, the characters who travel back and forth with plastic bags instead of suitcases, and the racist customs officials who interrogate them. Seeing my Canadian passport, their main question is, did you buy anything? Well, I always want to answer, considering I've been away for 15 years, I have done a touch of light shopping. I text my friend Melissa, who I'm supposed to meet for lunch later that day, a mini celebration for my 33rd birthday. Heading to Montreal, I explain. Just a little impromptu vacay. To prevent my mother from hanging herself with her vast collection of pencil cases. I check in with Mom. Still alive. I email my brother. You're on call when I lose reception in the Adirondacks. I'm thankful he's on the ground, can pacify her with his soft voice, his slow gestures until I get there. He soothes her more than I do. She likes him better. Then I take out a pen and the forms that have been sitting in my drawer. I need to fill in the blanks and to do it perfectly. For years, I've tried to find ways to get my mother into treatment, secretly speaking to social workers, doctors, therapists, driven by the image of her cured, smiling, laughing like she used to, maybe even leaving her house, coming to mine. I've done more research for this project than for my PhD. Then again, my mother is much more complicated than representations of domestic space in contemporary art. You won't have a good chance at court unless your father participates, they all warned. He's the one who lives with her. Enables her, they meant. Only now, staring at the legal questionnaire and the patient's history, I'm not sure where to begin. How to narrate the tale of my mother falling apart. The brain that turned in on itself over decades in little, unremarkable steps, like the ascent of the Nazis, I think, and wonder if I should start with the Holocaust. My grandmother's escape from Warsaw to Siberian work camps, my mother's wartime birth in Kyrgyzia, in transit, her formative years in ravaged Poland, DP camps, born into the fresh smell of a murdered family, a refugee before she knew what home was. Eventually coming to Canada, but never really settling, never committing to a house, a stable structure. The way a few extra piles of books turned into domestic mayhem, mounds of old paper towels, thousands of videocassettes, stale Danishes that formed a barricade across her kitchen, a fortress to protect from the next World War that was always just around the corner, especially in suburban Canada. The slow stewing